there's a guy squatting, right, and like he he's like he's got 20. He's got the fuck. So what this guy does is he uses a bumper plate, so it looks like he's doing a lot more weight, but really it's not. Right? So he was
Yeah,
doing
so it's
like
like 3 plates on there, but it actually only equates to, like, 1 plate per side?
Oh, the bumper plates do make you feel like a
yeah, yeah.
G.
So he had a 20, he had a 25 on there, and then he had like a 30, like a 25, and like 25 and a bunch of tens, right? So like he was doing like a plate 20 maybe, but it looked like he was doing a shit ton of weight. And he's just squatting up and down. I look over at him, I'm like, I smiled. He's like, what? I was like, nothing, right? And he's like, he looks like he has something to say. I was like, I was just gonna say she's lunging our squats. The guy got so fucking weirded out. He's like, wait, what? I'm like, look, she's fucking walking with the 45s per side. He looks at me, he's like, he literally looks at me, he's like, fuck this. Takes his weight off and he just fucking goes and sat down on the fucking leg extension, starting leg extensions.
You know, the funny part about that is I remember talking to Luck Uncle, and he said that back in the day when there would still be, like, men's or excuse me, women's open bodybuilding girls,
Yeah.
and so he came in one time when he was gonna train, and there was a girl front squatting 4 plates,
Oh my
reps,
god. Yeah.
and he's just like, "Man, even I can't do it for that many reps."
Yeah, bro.
Like,
It's
the
just
4
like
like,
some
he like, you know,
oh.
he would barbell back squat, he wouldn't do a lot of front squats, but even he was like, "She's doing more than me." So sometimes it's just crazy, especially lower body lifts. For example, like, glute bridges.
Yeah, like there's every single person girl that at Club 16 currently that I like trains legs and glutes. I haven't seen a single one do less than 4 plates on fucking hip thrust. Like they work up to it and they're like, I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm like, I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but lately I've been doing hip thrust. I'm like doing like 2, 3, and then I just get lazy. Like I don't want to fucking keep putting plates on and taking them off.
You have
Yeah,
girls at
it's
your
a
gym, man? You don't have
Huh?
girls at our gym.
What's that? Yeah, yeah. You guys had girls at the gym that one time, and then fucking they scared them away like they never seen a girl before.
Yeah, but
we
wasn't
don't
there
need
like
we don't
a
need the distractions, bro.
well
Huh?
We're
that
locked
and then
in. We don't
did you
need the
get
distractions, bro.
well did you see on I don't think it was Tik I think it was TikTok where girls are trying to bust guys and the being creeps, but they were actually just
Yeah, so there's a couple guys. There's like the Vinny guy, and then Joey
I think
Swole's
you're pretty
also.
far away from your mic, Tony. Feels like it's like you're,
I
like,
am,
talking from
yeah,
far
I'm
away.
far away. Let me
Um,
move closer.
there's this the Vinny guy, this other guy. They've been calling it out. Like they'll literally take the post and then they'll call the people out. Like, and half the videos, man, it's like he's like, You're wearing what you're wearing, doing the exercise you're doing. What the fuck do you expect somebody to do, right?"
If you play into it, you know, for example, good comments, bad comments, social platforms don't really know the difference in regards to engagement. So
Yeah,
they'll give those people, like, for example, if you have something that's like just bashing the girl for doing that, and she's, let's say she's wrong, she's still going to get the millions of views. She's still going to get the potential to monetize on those platforms. And a lot of the time, one or two videos going viral, if they're smart with it, that's all they really need to do. So I think they don't really care. It's like I think the first person that I saw actually do this on scale was the Joey Swole guy,
yeah,
who
yeah,
would
yeah,
just kind of review those videos and say like, "Don't be disrespectful."
yeah.
You know what I mean? Blah 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 blah. It's a open gym. They have their freedom to exercise, and you shouldn't even be technically recording them without their permission, and blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
that's why I like going to the gym at 4 a.m. Nobody's there, so you can kind of be as loud as you want.
Unless Jackson.
Except for today when I was the only one there, and I kind of started going a little too ham noise, and then a guy walked in, just looked at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You probably sounded like you're getting it in the ass. Like, ah,
I was only
ah.
benching a plate. Oh, I was doing floor presses for only a plate because my shoulders messed up, but
Why are you grunting with a plate?
I did it for reps.
no, sometimes when you're like by
I know.
yourself,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
it's like, oh well, normally I don't even take my hoodie off, but now I'll just wear a beater and train. And then all of a sudden somebody comes in, you like run to your clothes, put them on as quickly as possible.
The time you guys try to get me to grunt, I'm like, like, I don't even know
And
what the fuck
you're
to
not much
do.
of a grunter.
I'm starting to kind of now, depending on like, yeah, depending on the set, but no, not really.
you know,
It's more, yeah, no.
You know, the last time when we did the talk about the Sikh wedding industry stuff,
Yeah.
I think uh, I think we're gonna have to get somebody to come on and explain it to us. I'm trying to get somebody to connect us because some people are some like a close friend of mine actually was saying that there's actually legitimate reasons to a lot of the conversations that we had, a lot of the topics we discussed. There's actually it's not far fetched out there reasons. There's actually a reasonable response in regards to like the other side doing whatever. So I was like, okay, man, I'm open to discussion. Let's have somebody on and see if they can explain it to us. And then hopefully when we have them on, it's not a bash and we're just actually trying to get information. So somebody that could maybe articulate it from the kind of religious side of things, maybe.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
I had mixed opinions. I had some people say that they're like, we absolutely agree with you, or with Sonny and your brother in regards to some of the things they were saying. And it actually opened up some of the people's eyes too. They're like, "Oh, we didn't even know about this, and we didn't even have discussions about this." That's the crazy thing. I'm like, "Oh, we have people that listen to this thing."
Yeah.
That realization, I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like I thought it was just us talking and then put it out there, and nobody really gives a crap. But people are actually listening, and then it's provoking conversations amongst.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't
No,
you
that's
get followed by the wedding industry like the next day?
you
No, so
did.
on Facebook, when I posted that episode, and then it's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you have now been invited to, I think something Indian, wedding industry wedding something," where it's like where they have a lot of where it's basically a group where you have the video people, the halls all combined together so you can kinda find vendors. I'm like, "Man, I didn't even
It's
wanna
like
be" it was like a suggested group, basically my phone or my laptop listening to me and then providing that, right? But
The AI man.
yeah. That group's fucking going off all the time, man. Holy shit. I got Facebook, and ever since I gotten it, I get tagged in there like so often. I'm like, oh my god.
it's good to have community-wise, man. Like, and I feel like Facebook's coming around again. Like it was kind of gone for a while, and then now people are hopping back on. But they've made some changes. It's tricky, man. All these platforms are really tricky.
So ever since the election, a lot of people have been leaving X or Twitter
Hmm.
and going back to the OG ones. So some people went to Facebook, but other people are going to this new one called Blue Sky. Have you guys heard of Blue Sky? It was Twitter before, basically old Twitter.
Okay.
So no bots, no ads, no blue check
But
mark where you
but
pay.
who's to say that they won't just do the same thing they did with Twitter before?
I think
Like how they had bots, how they had like legitimate, like, oh yeah, we interfered with the elections. We did this. We changed that.
I think the way that it works
I
technically is
think
a little
any
bit different. I have to look into it, but I think it's actually running on crypto or a blockchain. I don't know. There's something
Oh,
there.
that's not too bad. I can see that working out pretty well. But the thing is, any new platform, man, it doesn't hurt to be an early adopter. You just never know.
Uh, the day he got elected, my Twitter feed was just butterflies. That's the Blue Sky logo. People posting the butterfly because if you say Blue Sky on Twitter or Mastodon, they remove your tweet or they kick you off. Something like that happens. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure they have like 15 million users now. But do you guys remember Threads? Do you jump on Threads?
I haven't, but I know a couple people have added it, and like I've been tagged in a few threads on Instagram. Huh?
Instagram or
Yeah,
No, I
well,
haven't.
what it doesn't X have their own version of that?
I think it's a Twitter ripoff.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll look into that. What is it? What's the interface like? Is it similar to like Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff, or is it just like Twitter?
Blue Sky.
Yeah.
It's old Twitter, but the really interesting thing with it is if you own your domain name, you can make your handle your website. So I'm at terranverbains.ca.
What's the benefit of that?
So when people, it's promotion, self promotion. It's like, oh, what's your handle? It's my website. Go to my
But
website.
you could have it in your bio though, right?
Uh, can, but I think it also helps prove you're not a bot. Because
Uh,
to actually update your server
bots.
settings and your domain records, you have to be a person or own a domain to do it.
I bet you there's gonna be a way to work around it.
There
You know how I
always
see
is.
How I see the three of us in the middle, is that how it shows on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh.
So now if I switch to you, this is the frame at this timestamp.
Wait, how
Oh.
do I transform mine into Sunny so then Sunny sees just himself?
What do you mean?
So, like, you know, right now you have two of me, and then before when you switched it was Sunny. So how do I change my screen so Sunny sees himself? So then it'll be three Sunnies.
He can't do that. He has to do it.
I can do that. You can't do that. Or what you can do is screen share and have Sunny's window. Okay, you see Sunny's window? Like
Yeah. But then I can see, oh, I see what you
there's
mean.
a screen
I see what you
share
mean.
and then do that. What?
My kids are going fucking wild downstairs right now.
Ask a question, you jackass.
I know. Who is this person that wants to come on?
That was my question.
Yeah, I repeated it. Right?
Is he talking or?
No, he's just laughing.
Oh, okay.
No, he is
No,
talking.
we can't hear you.
This fucking
Talk
OB
shit while he's fixing his settings.
What is this OB shit video shit you're using? It's fucked.
OBS. It's open broadcast software. It's what all the not all, but most streamers use this to record their Twitch streams or you can use it for podcasts, but it's
Is it mostly for like gaming and shit?
yeah.
Mm.
A couple of people use it for podcasts. Like the setup I have right now, I got from a guy on YouTube who said, you know, you could use this for free to record your podcast. You figure it out? No. I don't see your mic moving up or down on the settings, so there's no audio coming through.
But he can hear us, right?
Don't
Oh,
you have to re-add his stupid no. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty good. But the only issue is you have to not pay. Oh, no.
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Black Friday's coming up. You guys should get new mics.
Oh, this mic is fine, man. I don't think it's the mic that's the issue. I think it's
Black Friday, yeah. You planning on getting anything?
Hey, hold up. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you. He just didn't care.
Okay, so I went back to doing the questions thing again, man. Yo, Sonny, I found some of those old questions from. Remember when?
Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Wait. Okay, so there is that guy. Well, it's not anybody specifically. It was like, okay, let me connect you with somebody that can probably answer these questions.
From a religious perspective?
Yeah.
Uh,
So I was like, why not? Like, the whole point is to have open discussion. Like, for me, I have no problem. You could be extreme on one side, extreme on the other side. If you have an open platform to have a discussion, that's how we get to like middle ground and people understand each other. So if we have people that are like extreme left, extreme right, why not just sit down, have a conversation, and then see like because you know we've had conversations in the past where it's like, oh, I never looked at it from that perspective. That makes a lot of sense. So maybe we'll be having discussions like that. But I'm totally for it. And that's another thing too. I've been wanting to do is like get the interview process back up as well.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how we're gonna do this with like 4 people.
not bad. I just need to tweak it. I haven't had the time. I have to also look at the audio settings, but I could tweak it so that just for like kind of mimic what Zoom does, and then just have you know, like what I did with us. Big deal.
Yeah, because I have a list of people that I want to reach out to, like in various areas. And now, as I go further along, then there's like books that I finish, and then I want to reach out to the author, which is like random, but you never know. Some of them might say yes, so why not, right?
Side note: Are we on TikTok?
I
Rithaj
got
and
I got my name on TikTok. Like I've been posting our videos on there.
Rithaj and Razak guys. They started marketing on TikTok, not marketing, but posting. Well, one, everyone is telling them to critique cricket instead of hockey because they're brown. And the other thing is they got a pretty good engagement because every time they get someone posting negative comments, one of our friends comes and starts some beef.
Yeah, what are they gauging off engagement? Like how
Likes
like
and
views or
comments.
just like
Yeah, I think one of them
yeah,
hit 380.
What are they doing? They're
Oh no, our videos are up to 1,500, man.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
They're talking about hockey. They have a hockey podcast
oh, okay, okay, okay.
now.
Yeah, I basically just take like I make one out of like the video. I do a voiceover and then I send it
You
and
know,
put it on
people are
TikTok.
people are such assholes like saying to go do cricket when there's a whole hockey and Punjabi fucking team and channel now. Like, what the fuck you guys talking about? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, they actually do the commentary really, really well in
Yeah, it's
Punjabi.
GURP guys. GURP guys are
Yeah.
all like, yeah.
I think it's just fun to be racist online if you're into that kind of thing.
Man, it depends on the type of person you are. If you can take the conversations and then not let it bother you, then having that open free like cuz we don't really have any ways to have free speech in a sense where like people can say whatever they want because it'll just get deleted right away if it's too out
Bro,
there.
people are just fucked, honestly. Like, some people you sit there and you read comments like, yo, what is going on in your life, bro? Like, why you, like, what is going on in your life? What are you doing right now?
Yeah, some of these answers though are hilarious though. Have you
Oh,
seen
comedy, bro. Some of the comments, like, some of the comments, I don't even watch the video. I just go to the comments sometimes just to read what the hell's going on. And it's some of it's so epic, man.
yeah,
Like,
the creativity with some of these trolls is
Did you,
next level,
did you
man.
see the Donald Trump thing? I still keep laughing. He's talking about how like Biden, it was on Joe Rogan actually. Biden and them all or whatever, they're trying to make tanks electric.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, let me. He's like, oh, hold on, I gotta charge my tank. I started laughing my ass off, bro. He's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, you're gonna use an electric vehicle in a fucking war? Like, what the fuck?
Hey man, you never know.
Bro, can you imagine that? It's like, hey, hold on, charging brake.
No,
Fucking,
but like you never know, man, because they're talking about just not even having warfare with no humans. It's just going to be all,
well, yeah, that's what it's lean. That's, I mean, it kind of is already. It's kind of like that. All the drones bombing and shit.
yeah, with the drones and then robots. I mean, it depends. I don't even know
Like
if that
tanks,
makes sense to have war. 'Cause it's going to be who has more robots. Like
well,
I'm
it's
not too
whoever has the most more technology, and it's gonna be fucking U.S. because of Elon Musk, right?
or strategy too, right? You have to have some warfare is also heavily in strategy too and how you position things.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you have like some of the old school battles of Spartans with 300, they still lose, but they take out a huge chunk of the other
yeah,
army,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Crazy stuff like that. All right, let's just get into some of these questions because some of them are pretty like random because it was around the time when we were doing the Q and A's,
yeah.
but so it's gonna be a mixed bags. It says if you could give your so I'm just gonna add on to this 18-year-old self advice, what would you say?
Sorry, say that again.
If you could give your 18-year-old self advice, what would you say?
Oh man, don't spend like an idiot. That's my biggest advice, bro, to myself is should have kept my hand tighter in the sense of been smarter with my funds because I made a lot of money with gigs, work, everything combined, but I just spent like, and I never questioned what I was spending on, who I was spending on. Like I'd go out and like, we were eating out and we're at the restaurant, I'd grab the bill, whatever, or like going to see this, just grab food here and there. And you realize all the people that weren't paying at that time, you didn't really bother. But then you look now, they're the ones, some of them that have made moves or they're still living that same way, cheap bucks. But um, that's probably one of my biggest things, at least based on the situation of life now with kids and everything like that. I'd say that's probably one thing I would tell myself at that time. For sure is that
Like save your money.
yeah, like more financial awareness, more financial discipline, um, and more care towards it. Not saying like I'm in a fucking situation right now, but like a really bad one or anything, but just that's probably one of my biggest things. Like everything else, I mean, I wouldn't tell myself much other than that, other than just more financial awareness for me at least.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really. It's kind of against you too, because it's not like you have a financial literacy class in high school,
Yeah.
and not a lot of us are taught that much. Especially our parents' generation, all they knew was to save, and then survive. Right? That was a lot of what they had to do. So Okay. What about you, Tony?
Me? Buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, that too.
That's not really
Yeah.
advice. That's
Uh,
more
well, I mean,
do
like, yeah,
this.
like if you're basing it on like just
Oh,
how the
Sunny
work,
guy's dead.
Oh,
huh? What?
inside joke. But
What is it?
actually, the actual advice would be
What's this inside joke?
tell you
Fucking
after when we're not recording.
no. What is
You,
this inside joke?
you invested in Bitcoin, Sunny.
Yeah.
I did. Actually, no. Actually, I don't even know what I invested in. I just know I gave money, I got it back, and I gave it, got it back, gave it, got it back, and then I gave it, never got it back.
That's how crypto works,
But
right? You give money and then you get double back.
yeah, no, but fuck me, man.
No, but the actual advice was going to be take time to actually manage your injuries and don't just try to live out. Because now it's like back's messed up. I've broken a rib, but I fractured a rib. Now I'm dealing with the stupid shoulder, and my elbows are. That's all from not managing.
With that, a lot can still be done
Yeah,
because you're just like heavily inflamed. Your body's not really optimal. Not even just from an injury perspective, just in general in regards to like your operation as a whole. So imagine if you optimize the rest of your body, you'd be like, okay, I'm actually healing faster. Just going down to even to like a cellular level.
it means
But
cellular level.
example, if you like, let's just do big rocks. If you start sleeping better, you start drinking clean water, you stick to whole clean foods, you don't have over excessive amounts of carbohydrates, and avoiding the processed foods. I remember doing that for like just like a 30 days blitz where I didn't even do anything processed, anything that was like create like more than one ingredient. So I kept it like single ingredient foods, and everything felt 25% better.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
Like I wasn't having coffee that was, regular coffee because there's no regulation around coffee, bro.
Hmm.
No,
Like
that's
your
so true. I
Nescafe
heard that.
coffee, it could be moldy, crappy coffee. It's and it could be sprayed like crazy. I'll give you an example. I had regular instant oats, cup and a half, bloat city. Feel like I got stabbed in the stomach. And then as soon as I switched to organic oats, instant oats, I had 3 cups in a day, no issue.
Yeah.
So you tell me it's the same food, but what's the difference?
Mm.
And if you do some research, the organic ones are sprayed a lot less with pesticides.
Hmm.
And then some people could say it was the fiber, but the thing is, I had 3 cups, and I've been having about 3 cups every day now, and I have no issues.
Are you
But if
doing
as
the
soon as I
organic
go
one? Sorry, go
as
ahead.
soon as I go back to normal ones, game over. Like I just right away I start feeling like that acid reflux, that burning in the stomach. So there's ways to optimize, and I'm reading like I hate this word, the biohacker word. But the thing is, like, now I'm understanding kind of like, okay, how the mechanisms in the body work. I was actually talking to Sankalp, Sunny, the RMT that was a doctor in India.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
even he
still
told me,
go to
man, yeah, I go to him once a week for sure.
him? Yeah, yeah.
He's a really good guy, man. He helped me out a lot when I got the MRIs done in India. He reviewed them for me. Like, he's
No,
phenomenal.
he's
And
good people, man.
yeah, and even he was telling me today, he's like, man, he's like, you know a lot about this stuff. I'm like, I just go down rabbit holes. So if I'm studying specific subjects, I'm gonna do it for like 30 days straight, read as many. Man, I've been reading a book every 3 days,
That's sick.
just going crazy. Because once you find something you're passionate about, you want to know everything about it. But the problem is, a lot of people get caught up in the rat race. They don't really pursue those passions. Now, when I'm like, oh, I wonder if this anti-aging stuff is legit or if it's just fake. So I started going. Like I read a couple books on it already. I'm gonna read a few more. Probably by the end of the month, I'll probably have at least anywhere 7 to 10 books read on the subject, which I feel will give me a good grasp on it. Not to
These are all
mention,
digital books.
no, I read them
Oh,
like on my phone on Google Play Books or whatever. Like um, physical books, man.
oh,
My
that's what I
house would
meant.
be filled.
That's what I meant. Like, sorry, I meant like digital, like online, like
Yeah,
on your
Kindle.
phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Kindle. For some reason, I don't like using the Kindle, man, because the one that I have is the older model, and when you press it, there's like that delay before you switch to the next page.
The newer ones
So
don't have that problem. I had the same problem with the old one. I bought a new one last year and it's pretty good.
Yeah, this is one of those scenarios where I should have bought well one time versus trying to get the cheapest model. But I honestly, to be completely honest, I don't even use it. I just get them on my phone and I read off my phone. And man, like I read before going hardcore with this, I read this book called The Science of Self Education.
Mhm.
Really good book. Really, really good book. It talks about like how you can take notes, how you should read, how tips to speed read, how you can remember more, how you can self explanation. How do you explain this stuff? Because if you can explain what you talked about, like what you read in your own words, and add analogies to it, it
Mhm.
helps with the processing. So I read
100%.
that, and then I realized I'm like, man, I should have just gone back to when you have idle time, you're like, oh man, I felt like I had an hour or two here, but I felt like I wasted it doom scrolling or doing something else that wasn't
Yeah.
productive.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the
You,
the
you didn't answer the question.
yeah, I would do more in regards to I was very paralysis analysis. It had to be perfect before I started. I wish that I think honestly, just the way that my makeup is, I do that. I wish I connected with somebody else. I would have been like, "Yo, dude, just let's do it."
Mhm.
Like, I think you should just go ahead and do it. Because I know myself. If I'm in my own head, I'll be like, "I don't know if it's ready yet. I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's a good
Bro,
time."
that was
Imagine if when we were doing jujitsu Thundi, when we were just doing that. Imagine if we were posting content then. All the different things that we did at the time, and imagine if we were like, let's record a instructional. Who cares? Who cares if nobody gets it? At least we have it. It's something for ourselves.
But
y-
it's kind of hard when you don't have somebody gassing you up.
That's what I mean. So
well, I mean,
doing
I
more,
feel
but what I mean is like having somebody there. I read this book called The Millionaire Master Plan.
yeah.
Um, and the guy talks about everybody has their specific genius. So there's like four geniuses. There's Dynamo, Tempo, Steel, and Blaze. And Dynamo are like they're very good at creation, like creating things. Blaze, they're very good with people, right? They're very, very good with people, networking, communications. Temple, they're really good with systems and then getting activities done. And then Steel, super analytical, all about the spreadsheets. So, for example, like a Temple like me, I would do really well with like a Blaze, somebody that's really good with networking, connecting with people, or with a Dynamo that would give us a good idea to create. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you guys would fall into those categories too, depending, right? Like
Wait, what were they?
uh Dynamo, Blaze, Tempo, and Steel. So Sonny is more of like a Blaze genius, which he has good conversations with people. He can be kind of like he has the best way I can explain it without going too woo woo is like if he's sitting there having a conversation, you got like a warm kind of feel like the guy will just like you can just walk up to him and start talking to him if he's not dressed like a mob boss or something. Right, and then
Um,
it would be hard for me to tell unless you Dunny, like, answer the questions because Dunny's got, like, a little bit of steel where he likes data sets,
yeah.
but at the same time, like, he could be a tempo as well where he's like, "Oh, okay, these are the activities, these are the codes that I gotta plug in, and I'm gonna plug away at this,"
What
you
does
know?
tempo do?
So, tempo is a all about systems and then getting the activities done, like, the day-to-day mundane work that has to get done, that's tempo.
Don't you think? I mean, obviously you lean one way over the other, but don't
You
you
have a
think
little
you?
bit of all of
Yeah,
them,
yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
but the thing is you have one dominant one. And this goes like frequencies or whatever. But yeah, I would have done more. And by doing more, I would have connected with somebody else. I would have been maybe somebody that was like a massive network that would have been like, yo, dude, let me connect you to this person.
I feel like
Or a dynamo, somebody that would have been like, yo, dude, why don't you do this? This is a great idea. How about we do this together? You know?
I feel like it was a lot of sheltering, right? Because we're just in that one environment of just eat, sleep, train, and like the anxiety of getting out of that took so long. I mean, like even for all of us when we had to get married and everything, things we're all fucking anxiety ridden, bro. Like trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
You
What
two
to
are
do.
married. I'm working on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You
I'll give
went.
you an
Let's
example.
just say
Like,
you went through it with us because our moods affected your moods.
Yeah, yeah.
no, but like,
Mm.
imagine if I went to San Diego and Shanji's like, all right, man, this is what we're going to do. I want you to do it. I would have done it
Yeah,
because he would
but
have been
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You like, it was somebody that's so
But
highly respected by us, or if Lucas said something, right? If he said, "Hey, dude, do this. I think you should really
I
do
feel
this."
like
If he
things
ever said that to me, I would have 100%. Man, I followed the workout program you gave me for 5 years.
the time which is different too, right? Things have evolved so much. Like I don't think the
But
way
we
we're
we all
thinking.
had the we all had the same opportunities. It's just, I mean, that's what I mean. I would have given myself at 18 the advice of like, "Yo, dude, don't be afraid to do more.
Yeah,
Connect with
yeah, yeah,
people and just do it."
yeah. No, straight up.
What's that Chinese saying? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That, and then also to add on to that, what's that tree that doesn't literally grow until the 5th year?
No idea.
So there's
Jamie, you
a
want to look that
plant.
up?
What is that, Alexa?
No, no, Joe Rogan bit, young Jamie.
He's- Jamie, the guy
Jamie, will
that's
pull
on
that
drums.
up.
Did
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now, man. I'll be Jamie for a second.
you watch the Donald
I
Trump
should
and
have Juggy in the back here, just be like, "Yo, Juggy, you want to pull that up?"
yeah, we should put it. We need him on the podcast one day too.
Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. It has to be watered and fertilized in the ground where it has been planted every day. It doesn't break through the ground for 5 years. After 5 years, once it breaks through the ground, it will grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Wait,
Damn, dude.
90 feet in 5 weeks?
Yep. I would wanna document that, man. That'd be crazy. Imagine seeing that, like, it grow at that rate.
I have somebody in the room right now doing a dance. You guys want to see? I've never seen her run away that fast.
Oh, she gone? Okay.
No, she's just standing there now.
Do you guys use water filters? Like, do you guys filter your water?
No.
I used to get those big bottles from the store, like the ones you stick it on a dispenser. Like those, those big blue ones. And there's a shop by my house that has alkaline water. So I used to go there. And then my fridge has a filter, but lately my mom, she's just been boiling water in a kettle. And we have like 4 jugs of water in the fridge, and we've just been refilling those, and I've just been drinking those.
Yeah, so you
What
remember
the
what I was
fuck?
talking about?
What the hell was that?
What?
He
What?
did something.
I
He said
blinded her. I just wanted to see what would
the
happen.
director has something. I was trying to read it and it cut me off.
My bad.
Yeah, so we had not too long ago we had to get like a plumbing part changed.
Yeah,
So he broke the part off and he passed me the piece like, "Oh, I had to change this part, right?"
yeah,
And I looked, it's all dirty,
yeah.
like nasty on the
Oh
inside.
yeah. Like if you don't have a filter, bro, like the piping and everything, oh god, it's like if I drink my tap water now, like I used to drink it all the time, I feel so gross, bro. Like my stomach hurts.
Yeah,
And
it has a distinct flavor. And
yeah,
then
like yeah, it's
we've been
messed up.
using the Brita filters for a while.
Yeah.
Then there's the next part. I read a book about phthalates, with
Mm.
that lady that was on Joe Rogan's podcast. So
The,
I
the,
read her book.
the taint lady, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just the plastics, right? A lot of the plastics. So the Brita filter is in a plastic pitcher. So
Hmm.
technically speaking, then you're talking about, well, if I put it on a metal bottle, it'll be better. But then there's also metals and stuff, right? So technically speaking, you're supposed to be using glass bottles. Those are technically supposed to be the safest. But yeah, I ran out of the water. I drank. I'm like, let me just drink the tap water because we do have a pitcher on the side that's room temperature water, and man, there's like a flavor to it. Like
Yeah.
that's how bad it is. And then if you
Yeah.
go down far enough, you're talking about the fluoride causing calcifications on the pineal gland and blah blah blah. So I'm like, you know what, man? Rather than being conspiracy person about it, and that's why I started going on this whole like biohacker anti-aging thing. I'm like, I'm just gonna read everything on it. Before this podcast, like I came home from the house. I was just over at dad guy's house. I came over here and I'm reading a 2017 Connecticut study on like specific subjects, just to be like, okay, is it true or not in regards to specific things. So it's kind of crazy, but I do remember we used to use the reverse osmosis machine in India.
Mm.
Oh.
And I remember I'm like, how come this water feels better like when I'm drinking this versus the water like at home it's like obviously fresh out of the tap, it's not ice cold. The one we had in India was like temperature of wherever we were because it wasn't cold, right?
Mm.
But I did feel a lot better.
Yeah, like we had that Kangen or
Yeah, Martin.
we had that filter added. Like this person was selling it. They came over to the house. They left it at our house for like a couple of months, and we used it, and it was pretty sick. Like she was like showing me settings. Use this setting for eczema. Use this setting for this. I was like, okay, but then like when she came and told us the price, my mom told her to like take it. She's like, get out of here.
You remember the big purple jugs that we got? Martin was the one that
Oh
turned
my,
us on to those. Enagic?
yeah, I broke mine. Yeah,
Is it Enagic or was that
magic.
Kangen?
No, that was Kangen. I think that was
Yeah, that
it.
was Kangen. That was
Yeah,
Kangen, yeah.
yeah,
So that's then you remember we went to Richmond and got those purple 4-liter jugs?
Yeah, we
yeah.
went one time and we never went back again.
It's because they broke and we're like, we're not going all
Did
the
I
way to
tell
Richmond
you
to
I
get
ran
it.
into him?
Martin?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, for
actually.
those people that were listening, Martin was this guy, crazy, crazy shape, older guy, maybe like 50, 55, 60, maybe
I
even.
think it was like around
Yeah,
60.
yeah.
Yeah, did everything very slow tempo,
That's
but
fucking
phenomenal shape,
shredded, bro.
phenomenal shape.
Shredded. And he only did 33%, 33%, 33% diet. Mind you, maybe that's because he's older. But
What, you mean a macro breakdown?
yeah, that's he always told me that. He's like, mine's always been 33, and I'm like, even when you're
Well,
younger, he's like,
that's
yeah. I'm like, I don't
but
know
that's
about
a
that.
balanced diet, man. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm just saying, we're so used to the high protein shit, right?
I mean, it depends. If your calories are 3-4,000, 33% of 3-4,000 is up there with protein, bro.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
Like, you guys can
That's a
carry
thousand.
on with this. So, like, if you let's say you got 4,000 calories
Yeah.
and you
13 is
do
1333.
Yeah, no, so
1333.
Yeah.
I was I was
So
going to see.
if you take that, that's 333 grams of protein, dude.
Holy shit! Never mind then. Yeah.
So
Is
if
it?
it was if it was that high, I'm just estimating, but like maybe he was at 3,000 calories. That's still like 250 grams of protein at least.
Oh damn. Yeah, I didn't think about it
Wait,
like that.
did you guys run into
Yeah.
him recently?
I ran into him like a couple months ago. I was going to see a client, and
Tony, you keep changing the thing.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
he was I was
I'm the
going to see a
director now.
I was going to see a client, and then I'm walking inside the building, and this guy walks by me, and I just look over, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he looks at me, nods his head, whatever. Like he didn't recognize me, right? And then I'm like, "Martin," and he turns around, he's like, "Huh? What?" And I was like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "Fuck, I haven't seen you." And then he's just like, "Holy shit!" He's like, and then
He
it was a
didn't know
quick
you,
call.
did he? I
No, he
feel
did.
I feel like,
He's like,
but I feel
man.
like a couple like guys at the gym. Some of them you just never get their name, and just like a gym bro. And then when you see him in the real world, like, what's up,
No, he actually mentioned
one
himself.
guy you'll never forget, Tony, Sean.
John?
Remember Sean, the
I forgot him.
guy that trained Sonny?
Oh,
That's it.
Viper, Viper.
I remember Sean.
Remember Sean? He was
I
at
should tell that,
Sutella.
bro.
He was the
Oh,
black guy that was
Sean!
training people. Yeah.
Was he Jamaican?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
That guy was awesome, man. He was always nice to me, man.
yeah. No, he was
Uh,
solid, bro. I just,
yeah.
uh, fuck.
Oh man, those were good times when we were young and dumb.
I remember, like now, like being all these years later training, like you realize muffins are in a lot of bodybuilder diets, right? But at that time, when he gave me fucking his diet, and there was like muffin in like three of the meals, and like I showed you the diet, you're like, who the fuck eats a muffin? That's not healthy. It's like,
First
but
of
none of us
all,
knew, right?
first of all, bro, the only guy that really gave muffins in their diet at that time was Chris Aceto.
No, but it's just funny. Like he gave me muffins, and like you're like, what the fuck? You're like, no, eat this, and then I'm like, then the older I got, I realized I'm like, that one muffin was not even close to the amount of pasta I was eating, bro. And I'm
Well,
like-
you probably had like the Costco muffins that had like 1,000 calories per muffin.
That's the only muffins I know.
Yeah, the gigantic chocolate
That's
one.
two muffins. That's two muffins, man.
Probably three, bro.
That's
Yeah,
three, dude.
Those things are
yo, my
huge,
cheat
man.
meal used to be the whole tray of those,
Dude. Like
man.
when I learned calories and learned like numbers, and I realized how much shit I used to eat growing up,
When I learned
it
numbers.
fucking explains everything. Like especially those muffins. I used to dome like 6, 7 of those easily with a glass of milk, and like I didn't even chew them at some point. You just put the muffin in your mouth, put the milk in your mouth, and it just dissolved in your mouth. You're like, oh.
Okay, what was the first ever social platform you used?
Does
Does
email
MSN
count?
count?
Oh, MSN.
Yeah, I guess MSN. Yeah,
MSN,
I remember
dude.
those. But
it
no,
must be.
that's Messenger. Is that that's a social platform? Yeah, I think it was MSN.
MSN would have been my first for sure. Then it would have been High Five.
Yeah, and then Facebook came after, right?
No,
No,
you
and then
skip
no,
MySpace.
then Nexopia, bro.
Nexopia.
No, there was something else before, right?
High Five, Nexopia. That's all I
MySpace.
used. I
Yeah, it
never
was
used it.
MySpace, then Facebook.
But I think we missed MySpace.
I felt MySpace was more kind of like what's that thing everyone has now? Where it's like a business portfolio
LinkedIn.
or
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I feel like MySpace was like a LinkedIn version back then. 'Cause that's how I felt.
I think
That's
it's
how I
still
looked at it.
around.
Might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember. I remember MSN and then High Five, and then it became like Facebook got really big.
Dude, I remember MSN like this was a couple years ago, like before I even got married. I signed into my Hotmail and like I guess MSN Messenger was still around and I didn't know that. And like
Is it
with
gone?
Yeah, it got merged into Skype.
yeah, so whatever it was, like I signed in on my Hotmail and like I get this message and someone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "What the fuck? You still use this?" Like I was like, I didn't even know this existed. I got this message. I responded back. I'm like, yo, this thing still exists. Like, yeah, I'm online pretty often just to see who's still around. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
It was weird, bro. I was like, what the hell? And I just laughed because my freaking name was like some weird ass name. Like I had like all these numbers and all the weird shit in my name. I'm
Because it
like,
looked
oh
Yeah, it's
cool.
fuck.
crazy.
Yeah, look, you used to look
If you
cool,
do your
but
little pop up in the corner, you know how you just like online, offline, I just
oh,
pop you up
dude,
on the
you
side.
remember that options we had on there where like you could type in a code and like if someone had their speakers on, it would go Mwahaha.
Or you
Or
could
like
annoy people with a water balloon.
or just anything like you could hack into their speakers with sounds and shit like that, or just keep signing in, signing out.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was to get that girl's attention. You know, that's why you did it.
I never did that. I just
That's
did it to piss
BS,
people
yo,
off.
dude. You're full of
No,
it.
no, no, no. I never did to annoy. I never did to go get a girl's attention.
Shut
But
the
like,
fuck up, dude. I call BS on you. That's like a known internet meme.
what? That you sign in, sign out?
Yeah, you no, you don't sign in, sign out. You appear online, appear offline, appear online, appear offline.
But if you're online and she's seen you, like, why am I trying to get her? I don't know. I
Because she's
personally
too
never
busy
had that.
getting macked
I
on
know
by
who you're
other
talking
guys.
about. No, I never did that. I just did
Oh,
it. I
you're
used to
full of it,
do.
man. I guarantee you did that.
No, I'm being
You're
honest with you,
such a
bro.
fucking
Only time I ever did it was to piss people off, just to get
liar.
under their skin. Just because you done it doesn't mean everyone else has,
No,
bro.
man, it's a known phenomenon.
Maybe I did, bro. Like I
Yeah,
honestly don't
that's what
recall
I
doing it.
thought, dude.
No, but like, be honest with you, like I don't remember doing that because I'm pretty straightforward with things I've done. Like, but I don't remember doing it like that. But I remember signing in, signing out to piss people off.
We lost John though.
We talked about signing in, signing out. Now he's doing it.
Oh, he's left us.
Now he's gonna sign back in, back out.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
hey, is it working?
Yeah, were you trying to talk the whole time?
Yeah.
Hello, is my mic working? Is it
You're just
working?
trying to
Yeah,
sign.
yeah.
You're just trying to sign in, sign out, aren't you?
He's trying to get some girls' attention, dude.
Before I forget, two big things:
But
Mike Tyson or Jake
man,
Paul. Oh, wait, and then John Bones Jones or Stipe.
oh fuck. Is
Sonny, you
Stipe
go
obviously
first.
fighting Poirier? Not Poirier. Yeah, isn't it Poirier? No,
Sonny,
no,
you did it
fucking
again, man. You Constantine again, bro.
no. I saw a thing today on Instagram. Bones are trying to fight that Mexican guy, isn't he?
Poirier is 170 pounds, I think,
Is
and
that crazy?
not
There's not really. Hold on a second, bro.
Tyson's fight tomorrow, right?
right. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I just got a message from somebody
Not that. No,
saying,
not that.
"Hey, Mike Tyson slapped Jake Paul or something like that in the weigh-in." So I got to check out the weigh-in after this.
Like, it not must have been an actual slap. No,
No, I think it said that
Yeah, he
he
slapped him.
stepped on his toe.
Slapped him.
Stepped on his toe first, and then he slapped him.
like actual slap, not
I
just for
wouldn't put it.
entertainment.
I mean, probably actual slap. They're fighting tomorrow.
What
The
time?
fight's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
What time tomorrow?
I don't know.
It's on.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a bit of a lose-lose for Jake.
So I'm such an idiot. Not fucking Poirier, bro. Pereira, Alex.
Oh,
Pereira.
Pereira.
He wants to fight him for the baddest motherfucking title.
That's the only fight after this one that makes sense. So if he's able to beat Stipe, which I feel John's a pretty big favorite,
Yeah.
Then it would be Alex, because Alex has done a lot in the last little bit, man. He's won. So he beat Izzy, and then he lost to Izzy. Izzy got the title back. Then he went up. He beat the number one contender. Then I think he won the title there.
Yeah.
And then he's basically just defeated all former champions or number one contenders leading up to it on short notice. Like normally people fight like 1 to 3 times a year, depending on where you are at in your career. I think
Yeah.
this guy fought like
What
4
weight class is
times,
he,
3 or
Alex again?
uh he went up to
Light
2
heavy-
he went up
you
to
said
light heavyweight, yeah, man.
light heavyweight. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the
So
whole Tyson thing, man. Like I truly wish that he just fucking destroys him, but I don't see that happening. I I just don't understand the flex on trying to fight Mike Tyson at this age. Like, bro, like,
Money,
it's
man.
just
no, I
money
get that.
money and
No,
accolades.
no,
Because
I
when he
I
gets
get
old,
that.
when he gets old, people are not gonna be like, "Oh, you fought a 60-year-old dude." They're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy beat Mike Tyson? That's crazy."
Okay, at what age?
Yeah, but when was the last time you asked that question?
I
But
asked
like,
that question
"Oh,
one time.
no. For example, if we talk about like, "Oh, Joe Frazier beat Muhammad Ali." I didn't ask, how old were they?
But if you just, yeah, if you just know your, I don't know,
But I know what you're saying. Is like, what's the point of trying to beat on a almost 60-year-old man?
bro. I just pray to God he just fucking like gets that punch on him and just
That's
fucking
why it's
knocks his head off.
exciting. That's why it's exciting because people are like, "What if?" But yes, Mike is no matter how they try to position it, Mike is a massive underdog
Yeah,
because this guy's younger. This guy's
yeah,
actually boxing. He's already
yeah,
had a bunch of fights,
yeah.
right? Mike Tyson's last one was with Roy Jones Jr., that exhibition match that they did.
Yeah.
So, like, this is something I would just watch. I'm like,
that,
it
that fight was so funny. They're asking Roy during the interview, they're asking Roy, you all right? How you doing? He's like, why nobody fucking asking about me, man? Why no one asking if Mike is okay? I just like, bro, because you're not the one that you just fucked him up, man. Like,
it's
oh
wild,
man,
man. Who
that
do you
was
think,
pretty
Tony?
funny.
I think it's gonna be Mike, even though he's the underdog. I don't know, man.
Like, okay, the way I see it is, if it's as rigged as clean, people bullshit all that whatever. If Mike loses, I just feel like it's just so much basedy to him, the industry. Like,
Well, Mike's
They
why?
got
they
money
let
though.
Vitor Belfort fight Evander Holyfield.
I
Did
know.
you see that fight?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the
Evander
highlights, but not the full
Holyfield
fight.
was a great champion, but he's old now, man.
I
And
know,
when he fought
like
Vitor, it was literally like you fighting Hookem. It wasn't good.
it just it doesn't like I get sometimes if you're in a bind, you need to do shit for money, like whatever. Like you're still making a shit ton. Mm, Fuck, man, I don't know, man. Like
I don't think Mike needs it
Mike
for the
doesn't need
money,
money,
man.
man.
He doesn't need money anymore
He's got the
now.
marijuana farms. He's got a
Yeah,
bunch
he's
of
doing good
business.
now. I mean, like obviously maybe a couple years back he probably did, but not like I don't know, like listening to him and like him talk and stuff like that in some of the interviews I've seen, people saying that like he's like I'm not. He's like the other side's coming out again. So if he's able to bring it out and do something, like
Well,
fuck, I don't
he's
But
know.
done it on.
I feel like that's something like, it's like, "Oh, you can't beat me if I get angry.
Well,
If I get angry, you can't
well,
beat me."
he said it in Rogan too. He's like, I didn't want to start fighting again because like the War God was gonna come back, and I didn't want
Yeah,
to stroke my
yeah,
ego. Then he
yeah.
fought. Who was the first one he fought when he came back? Was it Holyfield? Fight
No, he fought,
Roy Jones.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that was the last one. He hasn't done
He-
another one
yeah,
since.
but you see him in there and he just
But
fucking destroyed him.
the Roy
He
Jones wasn't even like a fight. That was just like two birthday fighting,
But
bro.
that
Like,
was like I think that was like
No,
5 years
you
ago too,
old
wasn't it?
Mike was there. You could see him.
no, you could see him, but like it wasn't like there was no headshots allowed.
No,
But
there weren't. There were. There weren't.
I don't
No,
think
that
that
fight.
was
I
no,
thought
no,
that
no,
fight was no
it was no
headshots.
hard headshots.
No hard headshots. Yeah, like
They had
it
some
was.
sort of gentleman's agreement or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But the
that
thing is
age, dude, you get a head
that's
injury, you're done.
but that's to the favor of Roy Jones because Tyson would have hit him with some heavy
yeah.
shots.
Exactly, exactly.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think Jake Paul wins.
They're streaming it on Netflix, right? The whole fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, it starts 8 p.m. Eastern time or 5 p.m. PST.
yeah, yeah. And then I really hope Mike Tyson does win though. That would be so cool.
Bro,
And then for John Bones and Stipe, uh, I see John winning, but it's going to be a little bit of a longer fight. It won't be as fast as when he beat Cyril. I think it'll be a tougher fight than he expects, but John wins. I think. Tony, who do you think?
I don't fucking know. I'm a casual right now. I haven't watched the UFC in so long.
Is John? Man, you watch John Bones Jones fight
Well,
Shogun?
Moans, but I don't know much about Stipe.
He's been out. He's been out for a while too. I think like a year or two. He hasn't fought because they've been just kind of trying to set up this fight. John's coming off a pec tear as well. So,
Is it heavyweight?
yeah,
Then Bones would have to drop down to light heavyweight to fight Alex, or they would just fight at whatever weight.
I think they would do a catch weight.
Okay.
So like, I think Alex is already like 220. So I don't know what is it like 220, 225 and higher is heavyweight or two. It's crazy. Heavyweight has a weight category. Like it's 265 is the cap.
Yeah, you can't go higher than that.
Yeah,
You
which is
can't weigh
crazy,
more
man.
than that?
I know. Doesn't make
What?
sense to me.
How does that make any sense?
And maybe they just don't want a sumo wrestler to be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Or maybe it's an insurance thing.
Maybe, yeah, could
What do
be.
you mean, like health wise?
Yeah, if you got like a 300-pound guy that has a health episode, cardiac issue in a fight, it could be that too, right? Never know. There's got to be some reason for it. I don't see them having a cap for like no reason, right?
Have we ever seen a 300-pound fucking MMA fighter?
Big show.
Yeah, Akibono. He fought Royce Gracie.
Well, back then, I'm talking about like.
No, that was like actually that was a while ago now. That's probably 20 plus years ago. Okay, let's just do speed round. Top 3 movies.
Let you go.
Fuck.
We'll do 2 more questions and wrap it up.
I don't know, bro. I can't give you that answer right now. I don't know. I haven't watched TV and movies in so long now. I can't even think of it.
Do trilogies count as one movie?
No, yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, trilogies can count as one movie, but technically they're 3.
Okay, well, Lord of the Rings,
Yep.
Matrix, Stellar.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'm this. Okay, that made it really hard for me now, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck.
So Gladiator,
Ah, that's a good one.
Lord of the Rings, and then Matrix, and then
3.
yeah, that's 3. Yeah.
Matrix is all in there for sure. I'm pretty obsessed with John Wick,
Okay.
first
Oh
one.
yeah, this is a good
That was
action.
badass.
And then Last Samurai
Oh, that's a good one too.
Which one was Last Samurai?
with
Tom Cruise.
Oh, I always get that confused with 47 Ronin.
That's good too.
That was Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
We
That
saw
was a
that in
good one
theaters,
as well.
didn't we? I did.
Yeah. We watched
Yeah.
47 Ronin in theaters. The Last Samurai is a really good one, man. Damn.
Last Samurai is
That-
wicked, man.
I haven't seen
that's
that
in my
one.
top 5.
Yeah.
What?
Huh? You haven't seen Last Samurai?
You got to watch that. Watch that
Bro,
this week,
that's
man. Next podcast
actually
we do.
good movie.
Next podcast we do. We'll talk about that. Just watch it. It's epic movie, man.
Yeah,
Like
man,
actually sit there properly and watch it. Don't be like half on your phone or half on your laptop. Like actually sit there and watch it because there's a lot of like gems in there in regards to the
Does it
Does it
guy.
have a good
There's like
soundtrack?
yeah, oh yeah. I listen to it to this day. If I get pissed off and I need to calm down, I put on the A Way of Life with Last Samurai and I just chill out.
Isn't the Last Samurai some of the teachings in there from the Art of War book?
I'm not too sure if they relate.
That's
Sun
worse.
Tzu. No, this one was the time of like the time of samurai ending.
Yeah,
And
it was like near
and
the
ba-
end, but yeah.
yeah. So I think Art of War it might be like if you're talking about that stuff, but they reference like Thermopylae. They reference like a Colonel Mustard and how he was fighting the Native Indians.
Wait, hold on. Colonel Mustard was an actual dude? I thought that was just a character from Clue.
Colonel or General Mustard, one of those. Muster? I don't remember the name, but it's cool. Like they do a foreshadow. Like you'll see it right in the beginning of the movie. You'll see a scene with the guy, and then you're like, "Oh, that connects to this." So it's really good flow to the movie. It's
Yeah.
It's definitely in my top 5.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Top 3 shows.
Like TV shows.
Yeah, any of them.
On top of my list, that by far that one show that I'd say I'd watched and binge watched and like I was just obsessed was Breaking Bad. After that, I don't know. I haven't really binge watched much else.
You don't have to binge watch it.
No, but like I don't watch. fuck, man, King of Queens and Friends probably. Like just
Yeah, those
anything
are some
like
good
old
ones.
school shows that are just you can watch any episode. Yeah, like if
Okay,
you talk
so
about TV series, I'd say Breaking Bad is probably my top one that I watched properly and when I was obsessed. Like you're like holy fuck, like this show was just nuts.
Breaking
Um,
Bad, King of Queens, and Friends.
yeah, I think those were probably some of the. Then I like I'll throw in Hell's Kitchen sometimes too, just for jokes. It's fucking
Oh, not
comedy,
bad.
dude.
What about you, Tony?
I only watch TV that's chill. Friends, Scrubs, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV to be honest, man. If I watch stuff,
Yeah,
it's like Dragon Ball Z.
No, you don't. No,
Uh,
anime doesn't count. That's not it.
that's a TV show.
Nah, it's anime. It's a
That's a
different show.
show. It's on Netflix. They're TV shows
Uh,
under Netflix.
they have games on Netflix too.
Dragon Ball Z's on Netflix.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, a lot of those.
All right, I gotta change
Do
my
you think if I
answer.
watch? Do you think if I started
Uh,
watching Dragon Ball Z now, it would still be the same? Probably not, right?
yeah, I think it'd be all right.
Nah, I don't think so. You don't think you can become a Super Saiyan when you're 30 years old? when you're,
No,
it
it's the training, man. It's a training.
doesn't hit the same.
And then the graphics and everything's probably gonna be so
No.
fucking.
The
No, no,
art style is really
they have
good.
other versions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we're not doing anime then. Oh damn, Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched it yet. Have
Never
you
gonna
watched the
watch
Game
new
of,
it.
Penguin? I heard it's
no,
nuts.
Game of Thrones.
New Penguin?
Yeah, bro, it's supposed to be really, really good.
Trying to finish this question, man. Let him talk. Let the man cook.
Friends, Friends for sure, because
Yeah,
you could just kind of pick up wherever.
yeah.
Uh, something I'm not gonna remember it now, but I'll just
Big Bang,
say,
Big Bang
oh,
Theory.
Vikings.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Vikings.
I think we're nuts.
Yeah,
That's
with
makes
right.
it.
And spoiler
Me,
alert. Spoiler alert. If you're gonna watch a show, mute this part. Uh, up until Ragnar dies. Then after
yeah.
that, it drops off big time.
Drop the show
It's
right
so
after
funny.
that.
You said that to Sim, and in her mind, the whole time we're watching it because we watched it together, and she was just in her head. She's like watching shit, and then he dies. She's like, "All right, I'm done." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Bear said it." I'm like, "What?" She said, "It sucks now." I'm like, "You can still try to watch it." She watched it two
No,
episodes.
no,
Nah, it's gay. It's not the same. I'm like, "You're right. It's not the same."
bro, it's not the same. It falls
It's
off.
no.
You can't. He made the show. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part.
You can't.
The
He
way he
just.
talks.
Yeah.
Like you remember, like he just he walks up. He's got like a meat, like a
It was
piece of
like,
meat on a bone, eating. And he sees his son when he comes back. He doesn't want to like mess with his one son, so he does like this thing on his
uh,
he does like this thing on his head,
Yeah.
right? Walks by him. And I don't know, man. That guy played that part really, really well. Did he act in any other movie or TV show?
I haven't seen him in anything else.
Who, the guy from Vikings?
Yeah, the main
Yeah.
Ragnar.
Isn't he the one? Fuck. Hold on.
Travis Fimmel. So Travis Fimmel, he was in Kandahar, One Way. Yeah, he didn't really act in too many films, looks like. Oh, Warcraft.
Dude, Warcraft was garbage though. You know that
Yeah,
that's
he was in.
that's a black mark.
Yeah. You know what was a guy that looks, well, I guess he doesn't look similar, but I feel like he got kind of messed around. So remember the guy from Sons of Anarchy?
The guy that played King Arthur.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
that was an underrated movie, man. I really liked King Arthur.
It
I thought
flopped.
they should have.
Sons of
Yeah,
Anarchy. I always get this guy mixed up with Sons of Anarchy.
Same.
yeah.
They have a similar look.
Charlie Hunnam.
Podcast.
Uh,
What?
podcast.
Go Tony. Yeah.
Oh, he's not. He's not gay. He has a girlfriend. Oh shit.
He can still be
I
gay.
take that back. Oh, thanks to Google.
uh, Joe Rogan. First one.
It's not a TV show.
Oh, he asked for
Yo,
podcast.
did you see Dana White's shout
Oh.
out to Joe Rogan during the Trump thing?
No.
Yeah, let me share my screen
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
man.
I saw that.
I
Bro.
don't know if anyone else is gonna be able to see. I might have to change your.
Hold up. Dana White Trump speech. This
The-
was like I was like, oh man, even I got amped up.
Did the kids eat?
Yo, can I do this?
Yeah, try. Let me try.
So what do I got to do? What's the screen share one?
I don't know.
No, not that one. Oh, okay, there you go. See
Okay,
my
hold on.
screen now?
Hold on. I need to change something.
But you don't see my.
Yeah, we see your screen.
Yeah.
We also have a Mandano.
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
White, who is. Nobody deserves this more than him, and nobody deserves this more than his family does. This is what happens when the machine comes after you. What you've seen over the last several years, this is what it looks like. Couldn't stop him. He keeps going forward. He doesn't quit. He's the most resilient, hardworking man I've ever met in my life. His family are incredible people. This is karma, ladies and gentlemen. He deserves this. They deserve it as a family. I want to thank some people real quick. I want to thank the Nelt boys, Aiden Ross, Theo Vaughn, also with the boys, and last but not least, the mighty and powerful Joe Rogan.
Yeah. That's sick. I don't know, man. This whole Trump thing's amazing. I'm like pumped. Hopefully, some real shit happens. But the whole crypto thing is going to be pretty nuts. That he's not crypto's not taxable.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know too much about that. I know, but the thing is,
It's already starting to
he
go up, man.
no,
the,
no, no,
the
no,
whole
no. So I'll tell you because I actually looked into this. Kamala and the Dems were anti-crypto because they didn't want the fiat replaced by these cryptocurrencies, and so the current head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, I think is his name.
Yeah.
Trump told him to step down, and because he's been anti kind of crypto, and the Republicans, or at least Trump, is more pro crypto, and that's why it pumped up because they got the person they wanted to win. But the thing is, Gary already said, "I'm not stepping down. Like, I ain't going anywhere." So I don't know if Trump can fire him or not. So
crypto will hit 150K in
Bitcoin,
2025. BTC, yeah, and Ethereum's probably going to get close to 10K in my opinion.
I already exited my position because why not?
See, here's the thing with crypto, man. Because of what happened, they had that one bull run, and then it also dropped off really bad, so people lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, man, if you can stay in, cash out at a high, at least your coin is safe. But at the same time, now with them making an ETF with Bitcoin, that means it's going to be an asset class that they're looking to keep, which
Mm.
means then it's going to be one of the standards. So I'll tell you, man, it's just very convenient. I didn't know that you could do this until recently, but I could do a direct Bitcoin transfer from my Telegram. Your username, my username, and I can do a username to username Telegram, wallet to wallet transfer. No middleman.
The issue of the crypto, at least in Canada, is that's a taxable event.
Yeah.
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 Canada's fucked.
Yeah. But the thing is, where your money goes out of your wallet, and the thing is too, like I think they don't have access to your wallet and what is inside. I think it's more so you have to declare, hey, I made 100K, 200K, 300K.
Yeah, you have to. It's like anything. You have to declare it. They
But what if I put it in my wallet and I have 300 grand and I go buy a property in some random spot with
so,
BTC where it's
so
where it's accepted.
that's true. You technically can take your money off the exchange, put it on cold storage, transfer it to somebody, and there's no way they can track it because it went from your wallet to somebody
Bro,
else that's
I
not
had
connected to the internet.
I'm screwed right now. So I had this I bought like $1,000 worth of XRP a while back, and like a while back, like fucking I don't even know, like a couple years ago, and I had to put it into a wallet, and then you have to have a code, right? Because you can't lose those codes if you ever want to sign into the wallet from a different phone, or whatever. And I had those code in like this book in my drawer, and that drawer got cleaned out, and now I can't find the code. And now
What was the wallet name of the company?
uh Exodus.
No, you didn't save your recovery code.
I had them written out on a book that I had all my safe stuff in. Like it has a lot of my work stuff, bunch of stuff in there, and then I took a picture of it and had it written and saved somewhere else too. That phone got fucked, and that book, I guess Sam cleaned the room.
I'm pretty sure. I'm
And
pretty sure you could still go
no,
to.
I
You could
emailed them and
pretty.
everything, bro. I messaged them. They're like, without those codes, we can't do anything for you. That's the whole point of the wallet.
It's self
It's
you're self custody. You're
yeah,
you
yeah.
manage it yourself. You are
So
your own bank.
they're like the people responding back like if we could access stuff, then people would be getting hacked left, right, and center.
Yeah, this is what I say, man. Like, have like money that you could absolutely don't care about losing, but if it ends up being like a strong currency that gets used in the future, you're like, cool. And then if you're like, oh, it looks like it's not going to be that great, I'll try to sell it on a high, and that's it. But like for
I
me, like right now, I just put a little bit there, like 50 to $100 here or there, just so I have that currency there, just so it's
Yeah, I had
available.
$1,000 in it. And, like I'm pretty sure it's gone up now, but I mean, like, fuck, shitty.
I have people that I know, bro, that bought Bitcoin when it was $600.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, it's now 120 grand.
yeah. It's insane, man.
So like, and then they've cashed out. They're done.
Yeah,
That's how crazy it is, man. It's
yeah,
just wild right now.
yeah. It's
Uh, it obviously like those are the you have, and it's not easy to actually understand the markets and stuff. You have to understand market cycles and stuff. It's not easy. I
no.
understand why it's like so hard, and then your psychology gets in the way. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose all my money. I got to sell everything, and sometimes you might want to ride the wave, but yeah.
I mean,
Last one.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the crypto, you gotta treat it like a casino. I know somebody that put their down payment into ETH and they sold out at a good time, but I mean that's kind of stuff you don't want to do because
Yeah,
it's so volatile. And
yeah.
the other thing I was gonna say is nothing wrong with selling out early because profit's profit. Yeah, maybe you could have sold when it was 10, 7. It got money.
Exactly, bro.
It's a
That's what people
psychological
don't
side too.
think, right? Yeah,
Because
like
people, the greed gets them, right? Like maybe you put in when it was $1,000 and now it's worth 7,000. So you basically have a 6x, well, technically
yeah.
7x.
Don't take
So
line
you're
of
like,
credits and do it. You know.
yeah, that's not the way to do it, man. That's what I say. Like only use money that you're actually willing to lose. And then eventually I think it's gonna get to a point where it's refined.
Yeah,
As soon as government systems come in and they want to take over and control and try to set up a system, it happens with everything if you think about it.
100%.
Well,
Yeah,
When the money, if you read books when they talk about the fiat system, when they went off the gold standard and then they went to the printed money system, there was that lag period before they actually locked in on like how they're going to do it. The same thing goes for like media. When the radio first came out, it was like the wild wild west. You could do whatever you want. You could say whatever you want. Then the government's like, "Oh, okay, let's get our ads on here. Let's do this. Let's cut that down. Let's block this." Same thing with TV. In the beginning, it's like, so that's why with Bitcoin it's so hot because people are like, "Hey man, how about we get in now before it gets locked down?" And they start to like refine and systemize it, right?
the thing
And
when they lock it down though, that's when you see dip. Buy the dip.
yeah, yeah. The thing is though, you have the people see like the cool like have you read the white paper?
Yeah.
Uh Like, dude, the guy nobody knows who created this stuff. Like, actually, like, know him. The guy wanted to stay anonymous. So it's pretty wild. But people talk about stoicism or whatever, and they're like,
click
"Yeah,
and meet them
I-
now.
I'm stoic, bro." I'm like, bro, you can't be stoic. There's stoic practices, and then when you hit that level, because they have their thing, eudaimonia, and they have their living with arete or whatever, which is like living to your highest self. And then they talk about controlling your controllables, right? Thing is though, like with them, it's a philosophy, it's a way of thinking. So I think those things are really important. Use them as a guide, make yourself better. And then that's the way to look at things too,
What
man.
if I
But
identify as a
So
stoic?
so having the
what was the favorite trip, or what was your favorite trip that you've ever taken?
NWO, buddy.
I was thinking it too, man.
that there's no trip that beats that shit, bro. Like I don't give. I've had some fucking epic trips, but like nothing beats that fucking trip of the amount of lessons we learned in that trip, bro. After that, I've never gone to Calgary without tires in my fucking trunk.
All
Oh man,
right, you gotta explain it from your perspective.
bro, like just it was just two, three fucking guys that didn't know shit about fucking anything. Just hopped on a fucking in a car and started driving, just thinking that it was like driving from like Surrey to fucking Richmond. It wasn't like that. Oh man,
You had a
changing
nail
engine.
in your tire, and your mechanic said it's fine, you can leave it in there. And we got on the highway
I guess yeah, I should have
before
mentioned to
Golden,
him that I'm driving.
BC.
Yeah, it's like maybe I should have mentioned that I'm going somewhere. He just like, oh, it's fine. Or and then we're driving, and then we enter that one spot of the freaking highway where there's no exit for a while, and then we're just like, yo, what's a burning smell? I'm like, fucking get out, and tire just gone.
It
Actually, wait, I was saying,
exploded.
no, I'm like, it's fine. You just went over the curb, the side curb where like they have the.
Yeah, and then was it me or one of us looked through the mirror or something, side mirror, and we're like, what the fuck is going on with the tire? And we get out and look, it's just
No,
mango.
you knew something was going on. I'm like, no, we're fine, man. We're fine. That was me. We're good. Because I was so caught up in like trying to get there because we were going for a seminar, right?
The best part is we're driving on the donut, and like I'm like driving slow, and then you start ripping it. You're like, Sonny, I'm gonna go over the speed and see what happens. I looked at him, I was like, bro, at this point, fucking
Then, then we called Juggy to call Parmji Gill Uncle to ask him
oh
if
my
we could
god.
change one tire and it'll be okay. And like we told him not to tell Dad, so Dad would never know.
I think it's Sonny was trying to not tell his dad.
Yeah.
So he was trying to hide it from his dad because he didn't want to get in trouble for
Bro,
that, right?
I paid like $380 for a tire,
Single tire, one
Single
tire.
tire.
and they didn't even
How
put
many
it
how
on
many
for
years
us.
ago was that too? That
Huh?
was a lot of money for one tire back in the day. That was like 10 years ago? More than 10 years ago.
It, if you get like it, obviously they're being dicks. They sold me the top tier tire, right? So like it is what it is. But the fact they didn't even put it on for us, then we had to put
Well,
it on ourselves.
they were like,
And
oh, we can't legally do that. You have to do like
yeah, you have to buy two of the
for
chain, basically, whatever,
Yo,
right?
what was that? Well, you like
the
some
Mac
like
the
stuff?
operating system thing.
No, but
Uh,
they actually fucked up. I could have fucked him over on that because that's only on like it. So my car's front wheel drive. They that has to. They had to do that for the front too, but the tire was in the back. So they actually could have put it on for us. It's just because they were closing. The guy was just being a dickhead. And then we changed the tire on a hill without fucking putting anything underneath. And we told
No,
Grinder
no
guys
stop.
after, huh?
No, nothing to stop it. We were on an
Yeah,
incline.
and then we told Grinder guys like, where'd you change the tire? I'm like, on a hill. Like, did you put something on the tires? No, you guys, man. Like, we just
and
fucking like.
and and I tightened the bolt so tight one of them broke off.
Well, yeah, you're
That was on the
fucking
way
standing
back.
on top of the. You're standing on top of the thing, like fucking jumping on it. Obviously, he's gonna break, bro. We drove back with two lug nuts. He broke two. No, he broke three or two. He broke a
No, I
bunch
No,
think
of
it
no,
was
them.
no, no,
one.
no. It was one or two.
No, bro, we drove back
No,
with
no, no,
only
no.
two.
No. It was like one or two. And then on the drive back, I think it was me and you were driving, and we would just hear like ruffling in the back, and then he would just randomly wake up, eat like a handful, two
He
handfuls of
ate
food, and
all
then
the
go back
I
to
snacks.
sleep.
know the
He
snacks.
ate everything, and then when we wanted food, we're like, yo, pass us something. He's like, there's nothing left.
And then all I remember is on the way back, Sonny's driving and he like veers off to the next lane. I'm like, yo, you
Oh,
okay?
bro.
And he's just looking at me like, yeah.
He's like, you just drove into oncoming, bro. I'm like, I know. Bro,
Oh
that
man.
remember the people walking?
Dude, the way
Oh
there
my
was
god.
so freaky. Jinder was in the back, passed out. Me and you were like at the front. You're
Oh my
driving. I'm
god.
charging
That
your
was
phone on the shitty laptop. That
yeah.
only booted. That only charged your phone when it was in like bootloader mode. So I
Why
couldn't even
wasn't
load the
why
operating
why
system.
weren't we able to charge it through
I
my
think
like
the wire in your
or
car was
something that
messed up.
Yeah, your wire was messed up. But then we were trying to stay awake, so we started telling each other ghost stories to stay awake, right? And then we saw
was
people walking on the mountain at like 2
we were,
a.m.
we were literally talking about people that like fake hitchhikers that are actually spirits, and like they're on the side of the highways, and then they just turn around, look at you when you drive by, and stick your hands up. And we're talking about this, all of a sudden there's literally 3 people. They're like waving at us and shit. We're like,
Wait. Were they like? Well, how are they dressed?
Like old people, like
oh,
Amish.
they were just very white. Okay?
Yeah. And then
And Tani looks at me. I look at him. He's
You
like,
guys started screaming, and I got up.
drive.
yeah, we freaked out. And then there was that
Fucking-
one.
We just kicked it.
There was that one truck that kept pulling past us, pulling over, letting us go ahead, and then it happened like 3
Remember
times.
he came and yelled at us.
Wait, what?
Oh no, that was me and Gary. Never mind. No, then like we wouldn't even be having this podcast right now if I didn't pull the e-brake and like tell you to be like, yo, stop. The fucking
So what
truck-
happened is there was a bit of a rock slide. I guess that's what it's called, right? When the rocks fall
yeah,
from the top.
yeah.
It got really dusty. I'm like, oh, we're good, man. We're good. And I just kept driving. I'm like, don't worry, man. I can see the
He
path.
started going faster.
And
He's
then
like,
all of a
"Look,
sudden, somebody's like, no, stop. And I stop. And literally, we were just like maybe a foot away from. There's certain
Cliff.
areas of the mountain that are not blocked off. So that would have been us driving off the end.
bro, this guy's like, he starts driving faster. But why are you driving faster? He's like, we gotta get through the smoke. I'm like, bro, we don't even know where we're going.
Could have
Oh,
died.
man.
Fun
Oh,
times.
And then we get there, and Sonny, that was the first time you took one MR too, man. So you're awake like for 3 days.
3 days, man.
He didn't
I
go to
didn't
sleep for 3 days,
3
man.
days, bro.
We
I
get
slept
there.
in- Yeah, fuck.
We get there. We passed out for me and Tani. We passed out probably for a couple hours. This guy didn't go to sleep because we got there the morning of the seminar.
No, but it's so funny, right? Because we were staying at some random guy's house, right? And then we're like, "Yo, whose house is this?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my sister's house." And he's like, "So it's not even your house?" It's like, "No, but it's fine. She's in India, or like she's out of
Oh,
town."
they were in BC.
Yeah, they're in BC, right? And so
Yeah.
you're sleeping in the main floor, and every time a car was pulling up, you were like, "Oh my god, what if they come home and they think I'm robbing them?"
Oh, imagine they come home, they see me laying on the couch. Like, what the fuck?
No, so actually it was a extended friend, so it's not even our friend.
Yeah.
It was a
yeah.
friend of a friend's sister's house
Yeah.
that we were staying at. So it's like, yo, dude. And so
Holy
Sonny didn't go
fuck.
to sleep because he's like, yo, forget this, man. How am I gonna go to sleep? We get up. We have junior chicken sandwiches with tartar sauce before doing jujitsu.
Yeah. Yeah.
We go over, do the seminar. It's over before I can even. I don't
Dude, I
remember
don't remember
it being
any
very long.
technique we learned there. We talked to
Was
Shandy for like
that-
5 minutes.
Was that
Yeah.
the one? Was that the one where that fucking kid put me in the spider guard?
No, that was
That was
Portland.
Portland.
That was Portland, yeah.
That's another one, man. This guy lands from England,
Fuck.
and we're like, "Yo, you're coming with us." He lands, gets to his house. Is probably at his house for maybe less than an hour.
Yeah.
We pick him up and take him to Portland, and he's done because he's like, he's having a reaction. His face is messed up.
Yeah, I
He's
had a really
dehydrated.
bad reaction. My skin reacted in England really bad, right? So I was on the way back, and I was just fucked. And like, yeah, man, that was a scene.
We've
And then
done
we're
some.
And then then Chanji's like, we're having a barbecue. We're having barbecue. We're like,
That was
yeah,
when I
that's
asked him if he ever took gear. I walked up to him like, "Yo, you ever take steroids?" Like, I heard Megaton take steroids, and he looked at me. He's like, "He's an old guy, man. You got a problem with that?" "No, man. Took gear. That's fine."
Yeah, these guys probably took GH more than anything.
Yeah. No, they did 100%.
I mean, when you're in Brazil, you want to build muscle. Oh, here's some EQ. Here you go.
Yeah.
Right, like they just pass you stuff. It's different. Anyways, let's wrap it up, boys.
Peace.